Too Human is a game that had a lot to live up to, but sadly fell short in many categories. Silicon Knights, the publishers of Too Human, had been working on the game for nearly 10 years until it finally landed on store shelves. Suffice to say, there were lots of expectations. In its time in limbo, it went through many iterations, and for all the bad things about Too Human, and there are a lot of bad things, it's one of those games I personally can't help but go back to every once in a while. It's like a goddamn meth addiction. I love the idea of taking any sort of mythology and twisting it a little to put another shine to it. God of War, for example. When I heard about a game where I could become a Norse god and fight futuristic robots, I came a little. Yeah, I was happy. Unfortunately, I was left wanting. The story, though creative, was not executed all that well. I never felt immersed in it. Also, they finished on a cliffhanger, and that's punishable by death in my books. You play as Baldur, a Norse god in a universe where the gods are humans with cybernetic upgrades. The more cybernetics they get, the more godlike they become. The title Too Human refers to the god's belief in the weakness of being too human, and not cybernetically enhanced enough. In the beginning, you see another god break into Hell, the place where the dead go, unless they're warriors, then they go to Valhalla. Just go read up on your mythology. Anyway, it turns out they broke the god of mischief, Loki, out of his death prison. The rest of the story follows Baldur's quest to get him back and stop him from causing Ragnarok, Norse mythology's apocalypse. You also get some tasty backstory to Baldur and the other gods, as well as the whole god civilization, which can be very interesting. The real nail in this game is the controls. I know what they were trying to do. One button melee, all you have to use is the analog stick. But god damn did they fail! The melee, which is the only thing that really matters because the gunplay just sucks so bad, is done by pointing the analog stick towards an enemy, which then rushes you towards them. When you get a good vibe going, this can be very satisfying. But the lack of precision really kills it. You can point the stick at one guy and then attack another completely on the other side of the room. Or attack an enemy that explodes when you hit it. Those enemies are the worst. You will seriously be shitting blood when you first see them. They are so goddamn annoying. The camera can be frustrating and unmanageable, especially since you have no goddamn control over it at all. The guns are also completely useless. They're either pea shooters or bazookas, but they're so hard to aim, why even bother? Speaking of guns, other enemies that can be annoying as hell are the ones that shoot rockets at you, continuously. The voiceovers can also be very over the top and laughable, especially Thor. He strikes me as a drunk, big-mouthed loser more than a warrior god. Also, they don't talk like how you would think Norse gods would talk. They say, "All hail Odin, and thou shalt be greeted in Valhalla." But for some reason, I just thought they would have accents. Like, they are Swedish anyway, but none of them do. However, I cannot do a review of Too Human without mentioning the goddamn Valkyries. Every time you die, this bitch in gold armor takes her sweet-ass time floating down from heaven and resurrects you. Seriously, it takes around 20 seconds every time you die, and you will die a lot. And I didn't realize it till later on that you lose the efficiency of your armor and weapons when you die. So if you don't pick up on that, your ass will be waiting a long time. I hate and love this game. I hate all of its faults, but for some reason I have to keep playing and collect that goddamn loot. It's like a torture from the Norse gods themselves. Bastards. It's an action, role-playing game with a lot of loot whoring in it. You can customize the powers of Baldur as well as what class he's in. Well, only in the beginning, of course. It would be way too cool to be able to change classes on the run, but whatever. For all its shit factor, the loot whoring will have you coming back. Tread lightly, young warrior, god, robot thingy. Well, I'm gonna go see if I can't sign up for some sort of class to help me fight this loot whoring addiction. It's really taken over my life. Well, enjoy.
Not speak, beautiful? Are you gifted only with looks, and not with a tongue?
I am gifted with a great many things, wench.